if you want certain mullions to go through and not be interrupted, you can select them, like select this one mullion here, and then there's a little grip here. It's hard to see, but if I click on that, this mullion will now penetrate through and take priority over the vertical one. And so you can create these joining conditions where you want this horizontal one to run clear through, or do you want the vertical one to do that? It's up to you. In this case, I'm happy with the vertical ones running all the way through, I guess. So I'll undo, leave that as it was. Now we need to change these panels up here. And in fact, I'm going to make some revisions here. I don't really need to see this little mullion here. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to take this one here and delete it. I'm going to take this panel right here, delete it. Well, actually, I'm not going to delete the panel. I'm going to go back to, I want to select the grid line itself. So there's the grid line. I can select it. And here, add remove segments. When you select a grid line, you can go in this mode, and then whatever you click on gets removed. So here I want to remove this little segment too. What that does is it changes the bay structure of your curtain wall. So now I just have one panel that spans all the way across like that. And now I can tab into that and select that one panel and change its type to solid. And I think that's an improvement, you know. Over here, let's do the same thing. I'll get rid of this one mullion, and I'll select this curtain grid line and go to add remove segments and click on that, remove it. And did it work? Not quite. I need to do it again. There, did I get it? It's tricky. There, I got it. So now it healed that division, and now we just have one giant panel there instead. I think that makes more sense. And speaking of that, maybe it makes more sense here to run this mullion here, select that one and click on its grip to have it go up so that this horizontal element goes all the way across. And I'll do the same thing over here. And you know what? Over here, we don't need this division. So I'm going to get rid of that and click on this grid line and remove that as well. And so you can see how easy it is to change the spacing and the number of grid lines that you have and just design the curtain wall that you need in your particular geometric situation. Now down here we want to have a door, not a piece of glass. And in fact, all of these pieces of glass, if you select this panel, you'll see that it's right on the front of the extreme edge of the panel. Maybe it's even sticking over. So if I edit the glazed panel, I can change the offset value here, and the thickness of the glazing is going to be less. And by doing that, the panels recess a bit into the framing and so on. And that happens everywhere because I changed that type. And all of those panels, all of those glazing panels use that same type. Now for this panel here, this is also a glazing panel.